I just have a few more questions. And
Okay.
then we can get going. So what were some of your like most memorable experiences?
The most memorable?
Yeah. Like what do you remember the most from surfing?
Uh, Being there, um, my job was an interesting job because every day there was something different. And the most memorable um, places that I went to, um, people I met, and they were dear to my heart, and that type of thing. That's more memorable. Yeah, my visit there was very memorable, and in my work atmosphere was very, that's what's memorable for me.
Did you make any like relations, like best friends or friends?
Oh yes, yes. I had a best friend there. Yeah, he lives in he was Chicano. He's Mexican. He lives in El Paso, Mexico, and his name was John Trevino, and we that's the only friend that I met there. Yeah.
Are you still in contact with any people?
No, a lot of them have vanished away, either moved. I've lost communication. It's very hard to find somebody that you've known from 30 years, and once we left there was one guy. Yeah, he got in touch with me, and I got in touch with him. I went to see him in New York. We went out to dinner, but that was it. Never saw him again. After we leave the war zone, his ideas of were different than mine, and it was just different. Yeah.
So were you ever like, what was the most frightened you've ever been in Vietnam?
Every day was frightening. Yeah, you were scared every day. I was 21 years old, a young man, and just having to leave his mother's nest to conquer a new world. That's not easy. Yeah, it takes you a couple of months before you feel yourself secure. Yeah.
Were there any like pranks you pulled on people?
No.
No.
No, you couldn't do that.
No.
No.
Do you know anyone who did and got in trouble?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, things were too serious there. You could get court-martial. Yeah.
What did you do in your free time?
I would read books, read my letters.
And how were your emotions through this whole experience? Like, were you stressed?
In the
or-
beginning, yes, a lot of stress. You learn in life to cope with it and to put it behind you. Because if you keep reviving it, you're never going to get better. You have to be able to just say, this was an experience. We're lucky to come home alive, and that's it. Yeah.
Did you have any like good luck charms while you were there?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. And just like after this whole experience, like after your tour was done,
Mm-hmm.
did you still stay in the military for a while?
No. I finished. I wanted to get out. Yeah. I'm not cut out for military. I did it because I had to. I was forced. See, I was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
You say no to the draft, you're going to go to jail. $10,000 fine and 5 years in jail. Yeah, that's the maximum.
So how did they get you out of Vietnam?
Oh, they flew me over from Fubai. They flew me over on a plane to Da Nang,
Mhm.
and from Da Nang, um, you had to be on standby before they call your name, which flight is leaving. So it took about a week or so, and my name came up, and I had to get. I was always had my packs right next to my bed, and they drove us to the plane. We got on board, and we left.
Did you go straight from Vietnam to the States, or did you stop over anywhere?
We stopped just one stop. Was Japan. We
Mhm.
stopped in Japan to fuel,
Mhm.
and then from there to Seattle, Washington.
So once you got in the States, did you have to like stop over anywhere? Like what were what were like right after you were done? Were there anything you had to take care of?
We have to go through through customs,
Mhm.
even though you're federal. Yeah, we had to go through customs where they open your baggage, make sure you didn't bring no drugs, no guns, no firearms. Then you are clear, and then they take you out to a big steak dinner, all of us. Then from there, we depart to our state units.
Has like the has serving changed any of your like has it influenced you in any way?
Yeah, everything in life that is a challenge, um, you make the best of it, and to me, I think it was a good experience. I can't say if this experience should be for everyone, but it definitely makes a man out of you, because you learn to deal with different situations where you don't have mommy and daddy there. You have to do it for yourself, and so that's challenging, and it's an experience. If you do it right, you do it right, and if you do it wrong, well, there's consequences. But that's it. Are you taping?
Mhm.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Oh, sorry, no, it's
That's
okay.
okay. Yeah.
Like you said it like changed you. Would you have done it again?
You know, I don't regret it because it's for your country, and this is what you believe in, and I feel that it was a good experience. I think every young man should go through the military. Maybe if they did, there won't be such crimes on the streets like they are today. Our jails are full of delinquents. So I think that at a young age, is 18, you get drafted, or when you're a young man, you get drafted, and you do a tour. I think it helps you to deal with society. Yes, I think it's a very good thing for young men to go into the army. Yeah.
So if um after like the military, did you see like were you a lot more like it's really strict in the military, I guess, like
Oh,
did
yes,
that carry
yes.
through into like how you live today, or like how you lived after?
Yeah, that's a good question. Everything I learned in the army, I use it in my civilian life. For instance, making your bed, keeping yourself neat, respecting people to get respect, honoring whatever you do in life. You have to honor yourself, your job, and that helps you to become a better person and to know yourself, your inner soul. So that's how I feel about that.
And I know like after the Vietnam War there was a lot of like people like anti-war demonstrations and against everything. And what were your opinions on that? Like how did you respond to it?
You know, I know there was a lot of demonstrations here in the States. People wanted to end this conflict, this war, whatever they want to call it, fast. And they couldn't wait to get their GIs out of that war zone. And they succeeded, okay? They succeeded, and we got out. But everything's been a good experience. Everything has been a good experience. I don't think there's anything bad. It's like anything else you do in life, any job you go to. Your home, your job, life is what you make it. So if you make good of life, you'll be treasured good. If you do it bad, you're going to receive bad. So, you have two choices in life. So go the correct way or the wrong way. So I chose to go the correct way. And I think discipline plays a very important part in your everyday life, okay? So we have to have discipline, because if we go around doing what we want to do, that's not healthy, no.
How did people treat you after you came?
How did they treat me? I wasn't accepted in society that fast. It took a while. That was a process, because we were labeled as baby killers. We weren't accepted into society that fast, and it really wasn't our fault. But we had to deal with it. And the background that we received in the military helped me to overcome that. Definitely. Yeah.
Has it changed did it change as years went by?
Oh yes. Every day that goes by, the way you think now as a young woman, but as you get older, everything would be changing. Like right now, I have more responsibility and more conscience with myself that I did when I was younger. Right now, maybe back then when I was young, I would think responsibly and things would work out. Now I analyze things a little bit more. I don't act. I think a little bit more before I act. So that helps you. Yeah.
So, did the government help you in any way after the
Oh,
war?
sure. You had all kinds of benefits to buy a home. Excuse me. There was money that you could borrow under the GI Bill. A home. They took care of you for a whole year for glasses, dental work, the government has always been there to help and extend their hands. Yeah.
So after the war, what did you do?
Well, I got little jobs, okay, that weren't secure jobs. So my life was a little bit unbalanced, because what you do in the military and then when you come out, it's not the same. So it was a little rough, but I overcame and I managed to get into society, and I had a good job, and I was able to retire. Yeah, but it wasn't easy, okay, at first. So all that's important.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I wish I could have more time with you, but I'm tired.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Can I take